I'm going to do a video about the evolution of combat helmets and sort of talk about helmets a bit because there's a lot of misinformation with helmets online when people are discussing them, where they sort of have no idea what the helmets were first designed for. So as a sort of pretext to this, during World War One there was a very high casualty rate with troops dying from shrapnel wounds to the head. And to start with, in World War One, nearly all soldiers wore cloth hats of various types, and obviously a cloth hat doesn't do much to stop shrapnel, and most of the shells exploded overhead and the shrapnel rained down. So here we have a very early British Mark I helmet, which is the type used in World War One, and as you can see, it's basically just almost like a tin hat. It doesn't really cover much of the head. It's made of steel, but you can see compared to later helmets it's a very different shape, and it wasn't designed to cover a lot of the head, it was just designed to cover the top of it, so the head was protected from shrapnel raining down. Then we have the American M1 helmet, and this was designed primarily to provide the user with a bit more shrapnel protection because it also covers the back and sides of the head more, but it was also a multi-purpose helmet. And this is, and in World War II they obviously were starting to think more about how they protect you from grenade shrapnel. So that's why it's a bit lower, because grenade shrapnel is obviously coming from below you in a sense, from the side rather than above. And at this point helmets still weren't very bullet resistant, because originally helmets were never designed to stop bullets. That was just something that's come along as a later thing, and a lot of people say, oh, this helmet's useless, it doesn't stop bullets, but that was not what they were intended to do at all. At least not until later on, but then they were just modified designs. And here we have the East German M56 Stahlhelm. It's probably the best of the steel helmets in terms of stopping bullets. Now, this one was essentially modified to provide greater ballistic protection, and as you can see, compared to the M1 helmet, it's a lot more conical. It's got a much sort of more obvious slope on it. And the reason it's got this slope is it means that a bullet hitting the helmet, or even shrapnel hitting the helmet, is more likely to deflect rather than actually make a permanent dent. And to prove that, you can see there's some air rifle, not holes, but dents in there where I shot the helmet with my air rifle and it's made big dents on the M1. There is one of these dents here on the Stahlhelm, and as you can see it's absolutely tiny compared to the holes it would put on the other helmet. So the curvature of this helmet does certainly help stop bullets, but of course these helmets still couldn't stop a full power bullet. The Stahlhelm was very good against pistol rounds at close range, but not rifle rounds. If you were wearing a helmet and a rifle round hit you at an odd angle, there was a chance that the shape of the helmet could help deflect the round, so it could still save your life. And then more modernly we've gone on to Kevlar helmets, which are actually designed to stop bullets. And so now helmets have much more become a small arms weapon rather than a shrapnel protection sort of. But yeah, that's how helmets evolved. I hope you found this interesting, and hopefully it should clear up some people who seem to think that helmets were designed from the very beginning to be bulletproof sort of armour, which they were never designed to be at all until later on. Well, thank you for watching.